Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. The return to Avalon. I'm going to turn on our epic battle playlist now. And if you want to give me just a moment, I'm going to go shut my door. Where's the music at? Alright, so the story of Avalon is in its final sessions. As much as I would hate to see it go, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end eventually. And I hope you guys are ready, because I have been dreading this session for a very long time. Ooh, this song really is setting the mood here. Ooh. In tonight's session, questions will probably arise. People are probably going to be very upset. But most importantly, we're going to begin closing out the Demon Lord incursion. So, let me go ahead and clear my freaking notifications really fast. I really hate getting beduped so early on in the sessions. Once again, Jomini and Jen are nowhere to be found, probably due to work and school, but that's okay.
Station he's yet out, but and still, it doesn't answer the question. Which side of the fucking fist do you want to be? Do you want legs of fish, or do you want legs of human?
I want
It depends on the
legs.
circumstances.
As I said, I want to have the bottom half of a blue whale because my dick would be the fucking size of an Olympic football player.
Okay.
And eight bathtubs worth of gum.
You know, here I thought we were having a solemn conversation of like, oh, if you were a mermaid, you know, what part of you would you want to be a fish? And then all of a sudden Dave comes out with like, oh yeah, I want to have the body of a blue whale just to have the dick size of a small cafe in fucking Nebraska.
I hope you know, Josh, that was the entire purpose of the conversation.
Oh.
We live to cause you pain.
You guys live to get me banned on this site.
That's yours. Don't ban Josh. We're just idiots.
Oh. All right. So let's yeah, it's been a while. This move has been beating my ass to the ground. But gentlemen, Avalon is finally coming to an end. Now, I wouldn't say necessarily this week, but we are in the final chapters. The final days of your adventure. But most importantly, the final days of this fight. As we recap what happened last week, or well, 2 weeks ago now, actually. You guys killed a couple more guys, a couple more demon lords. Definitely fell quickly. I believe. Who did you guys knock out? Kostashi?
Suzu.
And Pazuzu? Yeah. Wait, no.
No, it was Suriel and
Yeah, Suriel.
Glad you guys remember.
You guys have fully annihilated the plane of the abyss.
Abaddon.
Or Abaddon, yes. The abyss is soon to follow.
Yes.
That's right.
We also eliminated all current demon threats from the overworld. Only things
Correct.
that leave are the small little packs of demons that can be knocked out by whatever forces remain.
Right. However, You guys were led onto a small detour as Hino comes to inform you guys that Krachinos has been killing off members of the Nine in the background.
Now, one thing I wanted to note about that, did we actually get that from Eve's mouth when we brought her back?
No. No, you guys... I don't remember where you guys got it from, honestly.
They did like an autopsy on Eve, and it was like, yeah, Krachinos fucking murked Eve, and then we're like, well, that explains all the
yeah.
other disappearances. But
Electrical energy.
We were also looking for Gutan, and we're like, Gutan's in a fucking prison.
Right. Yeah, so, in a bit of fury, you guys joined Hino and are currently trying to take down a magical barrier that resides over the castle of Algaroth.
Open the door, you damn wizard.
So, as you guys are standing at the outside gates of the castle, just before you cross the moat bridge into the actual building itself, Yumari and Grim, as swiftly as they could, continued to manipulate their arcane ribbons that surround them, and very, very slowly progressing on destroying this barrier that Krachinos has put over the castle. But you see, Yumari and Grim, they're struggling. Their faces are they're like gritting their teeth, and they are pouring as much arcane energy as they possibly can into this. Grim looks back at you all, and she says, there's no way that this is him doing all of this. Yumari happens to glance over and says, agreed, there's far too much energy pouring into this. Hino walks up and says, do you think you can at least punch a hole in this barrier? Probably enough for a few of you.
All right, kids, time to brainstorm. How did Krachinos be able to make such a strong barrier even though he's an idiot?
His mother?
Either that or making deals with demon lords.
That doesn't seem like Krachinos.
It totally sounds like Krachinos.
And we know that Onaji isn't as adept in magic as Krachinos is.
Could he be siphoning magic power off of silver cloaks or other people who are arcane blessed with magic?
Arcanically talented.
I like put out William would totally have stumbled over that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't know.
The silver cloaks are
possible.
under the jurisdiction of whoever is in charge of the Varuk School of Magic. So unless if Nisavin betrayed us as well, I highly doubt that is a possibility.
I don't think Nisvin would be that dumb. Well, the Krachinos most likely did not make a deal with the Demon Lord. But maybe he's using demons, because demons are like kind of like magic-y and stuff. They're very magic-y and stuff. Maybe he's siphoning energy off of them. I feel like he's doing like some weird siphon thingy.
He has to have some sort of a battery in order to power this, especially with us trying to break it. Every single time we break something, it automatically repairs itself.
Hey, remember that idea that I had a while ago about siphoning the magic off of a Master Delicate shard?
There's no way he could be siphoning off of a Master Delicate shard. The closest one is in New Calzon.
You don't know what he's been up to the last few months.
I definitely would have noticed some sort of a fluctuation in magic transfer. There's no way.
All right. Hear me out. Maybe he called his dad?
If that happens, we're all screwed.
If that happened, we would all have been fucked by now.
In my defense, I
Some
don't
of us
know.
literally.
Ugh.
Yamari's gonna look back and say, we're gonna be able to manage to punch a hole in at least in order to at least let 4 of you in.
William, Squish.
Until
Jack.
then, it'll be a few minutes before we can punch another one in.
Ooh, Wanderers first.
There's more than 4 of us, right?
Actually,
Brady, you gotta speak. You gotta either get closer to the microphone or do something with your audio.
Theoretically, if I hold Opal like a damn hold Opal and Squish like footballs and just run through, 2 more of you can follow me.
can any of you guys hold your breath for an incredibly long amount of time?
I mean, I probably could. Why?
Morgan
At
looks
least
at
long enough for
William.
me to walk across the bridge.
Like, no, the bridge across the moat is down. Like, you guys can get into the castle. It's just this barrier that's blocking you.
What I'm asking is, can people hold their breath long enough for me to get past the barrier?
How would you get past the barrier?
Well, once these 2 punch a hole in it, I can just walk through.
Squish.
Yeah, but they said only 4 of you can go in.
Yeah, get in the bag of holding.
Ah!
Oh.
I'll carry you all in a bag of holding.
I thought you instantly die if you go on one of those suckers.
If it stops,
No,
if it
that's only
stops,
a bag of devouring.
Grim is gonna look back at you guys and say, if it manages to stop our magic, I don't even want to know what it's gonna do to your magic items.
That's a good point.
I didn't think about that.
I'm telling you,
Even
I'll
if
hold
we-
Opal and Squish and we just book it.
Can
Even
any of
if
it?
we did go with that plan, Dave, I wouldn't be able to get in your bag of holding.
Why is that? Oh, you're
Because I have a
orange.
bag of holding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bag of holding inside of a bag of holding goes boop.
That's a no-no.
A big no-no. So theoretically, it obviously it's Brady, Dave, Cody, and me who are gonna run through, but we can't just like rugby hold Opal and book it.
No.
Ah. All right.
Well, I would definitely want me, and
I'd say the monks.
Hello. I have spell resistance.
me, Opal, and um,
Take William.
yeah, him. Yeah, William.
I'm a very good
Sorry.
mage field.
I absolutely blanked on your character's name.
So Dave votes for these 4. Wait, you guys have access to the little dry thingy. Like, take your colors and put like little tick marks on the characters you guys want to go in. You can only select 4. And there are 10 of you here currently.
Bam. I think we're all agreed.
I'm the only one who doesn't agree.
All right. What's your thought, Brady?
All right, so Brady, you're saying Morgan, Alicia, William, and Opal,
No, Hino.
and to not bring
Hino
Hino.
for now.
That's okay. Yeah, I didn't realize Brady did. I was just going with the group. Yeah. Damn, where's the stupid eraser?
There isn't one. You have to click on your tally and hit delete on your keyboard.
That's right.
It's a nightmare for me because all of your tokens I have access to.
We should delete our own hash marks. That way we don't accident. That way Josh doesn't accidentally.
I'm
delete
No,
everything.
you guys are fine. No, you guys are fine. Just leave them there.
It's weird. Like, I really don't want to bring Hino, But at the same time,
Okay, explain your reasoning for not bringing Hino.
Me or
she's
Matt?
scary.
Both.
Oh,
Matt,
She's going
Matt, you are
accidentally
saying
almost burn you to death again.
you're saying no Hino just strictly out of your own PTSD.
Absolutely. William's like, can we not deal with a fucking angry again? I really don't want it.
You guys,
Which-
okay, so also remember, Hino is not in a good shape right now.
Oh, that's true. She just got Higenti.
Yeah, Hino is
Yeah.
hurt.
That is another reason why I didn't want Hino. We've got
I
2
didn't
stealth, a
think
damage
about-
sponge, and a damage sponge and a healer going with the 4 I picked.
You know
Cody.
what? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I would.
I think
wanna
we all forgot about the
change-
Higenti thing.
Yeah,
Yup.
I kind of forgot that Hino got really seriously injured.
Cody, your answers aren't changing?
No, I don't think it would. Because yeah, Hino might be injured, but you're sending a healer in with her as well.
She's not injured. She's not in full control.
Yeah, she's
No, she's hurt too. She's injured.
Yeah, nah, my thing wouldn't change.
Then I amend my statement to she's not just injured, she's not in full control.
All right.
Yeah, remembering that, I'm stick with Brady. Just more awesome for that, like
Well,
bit of like
according
we're split. I know.
yeah, well, I mean, according to the majority, it's going to be Brady William, or Morgan William, Alicia, and Opal.
I am
right.
perfectly comfortable with that.
As well.
Yeah, we don't all have to agree on everything, guys.
Not to mention, if we do it this way, Hino still has a healer out here.
Get to
Yeah.
work, Squish.
Technically, 2 of them.
Yeah. Can't forget about Vitalis, even though Jen isn't here.
Yeah, it's a
Unfortunately.
good
If there's
touch.
any trouble, you're definitely gonna have Dragon coming in. Just let you know.
Oh, you're gonna be coming inside anyway eventually. So
Mm-hmm.
You know, in all honesty, I'm surprised Cody didn't try and Sunstride in.
He did.
last session.
He did.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Yeah.
we
He
attempted
did.
to get through this thing multiple ways, and nothing worked.
Nothing worked.
Okay, just a slight memory lapse then.
Okay, so marching order. Who is going in when?
William.
William first, Morgan, Opal,
Opal
Alicia.
in the middle, in the back.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and arrange you guys like this. All right, so with the confirmation of who is going in, Grim and oh, you guys can delete your tick marks now. Grim and Yumari,
That is the wrong button.
you know, they look at each other and they separate a little bit, creating like a little gate or a little pathway for you guys.
After all,
As Hino steps back as she understands, you know, your guys' explanation and reasoning. Then, with a quick succession of hand gestures and runes blasting from the arcane ribbons into the barrier, you can see a small hole start tearing itself open, and then each of you dart into the barrier and like dive through the hole, and the 4 of you are now inside the barrier. And as soon as Opal passes through, the barrier closes and a small flash of magic pushes Yumari and Grim back a little bit.
well, I think the first thing we need to do is figure out what's keeping this thing on.
I agree
Well,
with that.
if memory serves, most rituals usually radiate outward from their center. So,
If I were
whatever's
to-
fueling this is going to be at the center of the castle. Whether that is top, bottom, or middle, I Not so sure, but I'm sure we can figure it out.
If I were to be a betting man, this has something to do with the gate.
Either the gate or it's in the throne room. Might as well check the
Yeah.
throne room first, since we kind of have to pass by it to get to where we need to go anyways.
All right, let's go.
All right, and each of you proceed into the castle through the main doors.
I'm invisible and stealthing behind William.
Um, okay, that's fair. Is that Rosie?
Yes. With a passive stealth of 51, Josh,
Okay.
before rolling.
Well, Rosie's self isn't very good by the sounds of things.
Oh
And
no,
as for
Rosie's stealth is
me-
horrible.
I would be stealthing as well. I have a passive of 58. for
Do I
rolling.
just have a conga line of fucking people's stealth behind me?
Yes.
It just looks like William and Opal are in there.
Okay. So this little section over here on the right-hand side is what is going on outside. Alright.
Oakley.
We'll come back to the outside group in just a moment. As the four of you enter the main throne room of the castle, he's supposed to be standing in front of this thing. In the center of the throne room, emitting a beam of magical energy from the center of it, you can see Krachinos standing, arms crossed, just staring down at what appears to be a very large, almost human-sized Delicite shard. You see him turn around and just like roll his eyes and go, I figured you would be able to make it through.
Krachinos, this is madness. Stop what you're doing.
Well, first of all, enough of this. And he waves his hand, and you guys feel a wave of magic energy blast over you. Brady, your invisibility cracks down.
Still passive 31.
He can still see you.
Probably the true sight.
Well, that was useless. As Morgan stands up. Arms crossed.
Did you think it was gonna work? I didn't. Back to
I
this.
figured I had a shot.
Krachinos, this is madness. Why are you doing this? Like, seriously, dude.
I don't understand how you people don't see exactly why I am doing this.
Got off your rocker. You think
Well-
that you're protecting everybody by killing some of the most killing people who have spent nothing but the last 5 years. Was it 5 or 3?
5
months?
months at least
That's
on
At
here.
least 5 months.
Sorry, I was watching anime. 5 months protecting this continent, protecting this world as it was their own, even though they're nothing but newcomers here.
Newcomers as
It
it
just sounds like paranoia to me.
Newcomers as it may be, but you don't understand how much of a threat they really are. You've seen what happened at the Blood Wars.
I've seen time itself, Krachinos. I seen what happened if Hino didn't leave.
Yes, and now look at her. Absorbing another Demon Lord soul and still barely managing to gain control of herself.
And you act like you're any better sitting here upon your castle, hiding behind a shield made of a giant Delicite shard that can level the city?
Please, this Delicite shard would only be able to level the castle.
In my defense, I know shit about Delicite shards.
Being a man of the mountain, you probably should.
Listen, it's big, and I know it can do fucking damage, alright? Regardless.
The Nine are a danger to this world. Ever since they set foot on this plane, they have been nothing but a nuisance.
Who? The gods who just sit upon their lofty thrones, give cryptic prophecies, and say, deal with our problems yourself, because we're too lazy to fucking deal with our own shit.
All the people that they've been helping this entire time.
They're too much of a hypocrite to realize their own idiocracy.
Oh, really?
Listen, I'm not saying we're any better.
Clearly not, if you still believe in anything the Hino is telling you.
I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. I don't believe a word the woman says.
Then brings me
But I
to
also- her
question to your morals as to why you're even bothering with her.
Because actions speak louder than words, Krachanos.
You do
She has done-
realize that she too has to die.
If she does not return to the abyssal plane, the plane will just perish.
The entire goal of this war was to completely eliminate the souls of the demon lords.
If she doesn't return, abyss go boom.
I don't give a damn about the abyss.
The entire purpose of this war was to save this plane. We never were the aggressor, we were the defender.
And I am doing just that.
Matt, out of character. I'm starting to get the itch, Matt. He's
Okay.
monologuing. He's monologuing.
It's more of a heated debate, but
Doesn't
I mean,
change
this,
what I
the
say.
thing is, you could fight Brady. William still believes that he can try and save Krachanos.
And what this ritual of whatever sort it is that you are trying to perform here, what will it accomplish?
It's not a ritual. It's just a simple shield. I knew the Nine were going to be targeting me as soon as I took out Braze. Eve just happened to be in the way.
They never would have targeted you in the first place if you didn't do anything. An oak that doesn't... A rock that sits upon the top of the mountain and does not fall is sedentary in nature. But the second it moves, the avalanche comes down.
Tell me something, William. Once this war was completely over and Hino still stands, my point still stands to where she would also have to die. Who do you think would be the first to retaliate if we were to take action against that?
Hino doesn't need to technically die. What is it? I don't think, what is it? I think the demon lords kind of die in her whenever she gets their power or something. I'm not sure how it works, but I don't think the demon lord souls are in her.
Oh, they
Unless
are.
I'm wrong.
You may not be capable of understanding the arcane works and how magic manipulates people.
Yeah, I see
There
right
are
now.
souls within her, and if you've seen the timeline, William, you have seen what she has gone through.
Yes.
You know that
We've
it's
all
not just
gone
her
through
soul
shit.
that is in her. You know that it's not just Floris's soul within her. You now know that it is hers, Floris's, Hagenti's, and Ifrit's.
To be fair, she was kind of born with Ifrit's soul within her.
You can't blame her on Eve.
Which already put her into a grave danger. And also a threat to this plane.
A fun fact: if she never left at all, this world would have actually been destroyed by now.
I have seen the dark timeline.
Have you seen the good timeline? Have you,
You
dared
are
to look down
basing
your
her-
own path?
You are basing her future upon preconceived notions of books you have read. The person may not be the same as the people who dwell inside.
You're also forgetting that she spent time off of this plane. We do not know what she went through on that plane.
Oh, actually.
We sort of do.
I know we do, but does he?
I don't know.
And he doesn't need to know we know anything about it.
Kratos is just going to close his eyes and let out a long sigh. It baffles me on how you can't see what is clearly in front of you, and yet you still managed to pass the trial of heroes.
Baffles me how your arrogance has blinded someone so smart.
So baffles me how you're basing all of this on a what if.
Okay, my quip was much more intelligent than that, Morgan.
Agreed.
My character was intelligent. Mine's true.
That's true.
So what exactly is your plan then?
Justice.
Against me?
You're the one who committed the crimes, no? No one else here has committed the crime recently. And
Recently.
one in a time of war when it is all the help we needed and all the help we got was all we could get. That made no sense.
You're floundering.
Listen, Matt's just tired, so just David,
This is understandable.
let me try.
You're really letting William do the talking?
I mean,
Let's put it something along these lines. You have killed 2 of their members and are suspected of kidnapping a third. They want revenge, and they will take it
the only one guilty
one way or
here,
another.
the only one guilty here of anything, Krachinos, is you. Because you decided to sit there and profile Hito.
Not even so much as that, but think about it. Even if his entire hatred is specifically centered towards the fact that Hino is a demon lord and everything he has against them is with her, he's now wrapped in 3 somewhat innocent bystanders, and 2 of them he's killed.
By the way, completely off the side topic. Do you have the Goblin Krachinos? I'm just curious.
Guton.
Yeah, that thing.
Yes. It was good, Tom.
You're gonna see Krachinos is then like Krachinos is just gonna like squint his eyes a little bit. Innocent bystanders, you say?
I said somewhat innocent. I understand that most of them don't have the best past.
Innocent is a relative term.
Krachinos is going to snap his fingers,
Oh, he does have the Goblin thing. We were right.
and Guton is going to appear right next to him. If you say that this creature is an innocent bystander, spying on the castle and trying to gain information for the 9, then you are out of your mind. He's then going to point 2 fingers at Guton, and a lightning bolt is going to strike straight through his head.
Oh, well, fuck. Alright, make that 3. And so what? Isn't it like in the time of old? People used to do that all the time before this world was united in peace. They're just unwise in the ways that this plane works, but they were willing to learn. Teach someone who taught should value someone who's willing to learn.
Yes, and allies don't simply send spies to each other.
Why do I feel like that's wrong?
Actually, that's where you're wrong. It's been noted many times over history that allies had sent spies to each other's kingdoms to make sure that each other didn't turn tail and turn their back on the other, or made dealings with, their perceived enemies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Alicia's right in this one.
Do as you must. Do as you think that you can do. I would love to see you at least try.
I mean, we could just sit here and stall for time.
Well, while your friends are continuously trying to get past my barrier.
Well, Morgan, you heard the man.
They will eventually break it. I mean, they did once.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
As much as I hate to.
Well, which way do you want to do this?
I would love to take him in peacefully and like do this like old judicially, but you know the one who's kind of going to be in charge is his mom, so it's kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Nepotism.
Not necessarily.
It would be an unfair bias, is what
Yeah.
you're looking for.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm looking for.
Technically speaking, he did not commit crimes against this kingdom.
No,
Yeah,
you're right. He would be
no.
tried for Reese.
Yeah. And the one officiating that would, well,
You can always just, all
be
right.
the
Well,
one that's here to already kill him in the first place.
well,
And the
maybe
one,
we should stop talking
And then the
before
one-
he shoots off another lightning bolt.
the one who will be trying me will soon be dead as well. So he pulls out his tome, and it floats right next to him, and he summons his arcane ribbons. This time they're around his wrists.
Anyone? Can anyone?
Morgan is stepping forward and putting a hand on William's shoulder.
Okay, here we go.
Like we did to Bahamut.
Oh, it's a little cramped in here.
That still work.
Meanwhile,
I mean, okay.
on the outside, as Yumari and Grim are continuing to try and break the barrier into the castle itself, Hino's standing in between them watching the progress, and then suddenly Squish, well, Noctis and Vitalis as well, you suddenly see a small blue light, like a blue line of magic next to Hino's head, shatter like glass, and she winces and like clutches her head and lets out a scream of pain.
Oh wait, Morgan, we're not gonna do that because if we break that delicate shard, castle's gonna get leveled.
That'd
Like to
actually
break
probably
the
be the
picture.
best. That would actually probably be the best thing.
We
It
don't
would
know
be a
who else.
contained explosion.
We don't know who else is in
Technically.
the castle. I don't want to kill more innocent people.
So as Hino composes herself, she looks back up at the castle and says, "That bastard."
What's wrong, Hino?
I just felt another one of my connections sever. Yumari looks back at Hino and says, "You don't think that was Guton, do you?"
Well, that one may be our fault.
Your fault.
Listen, I was curious if you had the goblin.
And Hino's gonna look down at her thicker silver ring, and you're gonna see that a crack protrudes itself across it again. How much longer until this barrier is down again? I would say just a few more minutes. We're going as fast as we can.
All right, Morgan. Let's just do this the old-fashioned way.
This is
I don't
outside,
wanna
by the
break
way.
I know this is me just thinking.
Cody.
Yeah.
With your perceptions, you hear the sound of running footsteps behind you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I look behind me.
And running up to you are 3 individuals.
May El Unaji. Ah!
Close.
The last one was Natsu. Alright. Yeah.
So May Al and Naotsu, I almost said Onaji thanks to you guys, sprint towards you guys, still in their full combat attire. Al's a little covered in blood.
When isn't he?
Yeah, but May walks up to Squish and Hino and says, Hino, I heard what was going on. Is Krashenos really killing off the 9? Yeah. I think he just killed another one.
You've gone mad, Krachenos.
We already sent Morgan, William, Opal, and Alicia in. It's just she like reaches over and clutches her arm again. We're waiting for the barrier to go down again. They're not going to stand a chance against Krachenos.
That's reassuring.
How many can go in? Yamari looks back at May and says, "We can open the barrier enough for 4 people to go through."
All right.
I
So
was gonna look at May holding the scythe.
Squish would appreciate if he could go in. His comrades are fighting in there.
Well, actually.
mind if we go with you?
The more the merrier.
She's gonna look over at Noctis and Vitalis, and they're just gonna gesture, "Go right ahead." It's better to have the legendary 6 in there besides us.
Too bad Ty's not here.
He shall never be here.
I know.
So, Hino, Squish, May, and Al ready themselves for the next segment of the barrier to be opened. Oh God,
Hold on.
words.
Because, yeah, we're definitely ready. I'm casting buffs.
Oh, Cody.
Hey.
And the buffs the buffs come in.
All right.
So, as everything is going on outside, as May, Al, and Naotu enter the fray, back inside, Krachino stands at the ready with his floating tome and arcane ribbons around his wrists. So tell me, Wanderers, what exactly have you learned since you gained the mantle of responsibility?
That even though all those who you once thought you could trust also have their own demons.
And how exactly are you going to face this one, especially since I have a greater advantage?
The same way a mountain weathers a storm, by standing firm. Zoop! Wrong thing. I don't have control of the token. Damn it.
Oh, you don't? So as you say, stand firm. That sounds pretty simple to me. That sounds pretty simple to me. And then I am.
Is he gonna root me? I like to put out, I may not be a diplomat, but damn, do I make some good points sometimes.
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 Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not the best person to do all of our talking, but when it comes to like trying to get through someone's morals, I'm pretty decent at that. No, now I have.
So he's going to reach out with his hand and say, "Stand firm," you say. I like the sound of that. Then I need everybody to make me. Actually, yeah, roll me will saves.
Is this a spell with the evil descriptor?
No.
Okay.
No, unfortunately. Wait, I had to roll for Opal. Whoopsies.
Why do I feel like this was a 30?
Probably higher, actually.
Yeah, this is Crashinos we're talking about. It was much higher.
Well, I only rolled a 12, so. Oh! Holy fucking
Oh!
shit, Opal!
Opal! Damn!
Wow.
Girl, okay.
That's our girl!
Well, fuck. All right, give me a second here.
Just emergency plot twist himself.
Yeah, I just plot twist myself. I was not expecting Opal to actually pass that. Uh-oh.
You weren't expecting her to roll a 19.
Yeah. I also didn't remember her will saves being that high. Fuck. All right.
Question, Josh. Is this a spell that targets a certain number of people, or is this an AoE spell?
It's an AoE spell. Or no, one or more humanoid creatures.
Okay, so it actually targets creatures.
Yes.
Ring of Spell Turning, I turn it back at him. He has to save against his own DC.
Forgot you had that.
And it doesn't affect us at all.
Wait, Ring of Spell Turning?
Yeah, because it targets me. Because it targets me as a creature, I can baff it back at him.
Dave, how many fucking rings do you have?
Currently active, 2, and that's one of them.
What's the other one?
Ring of Spell
Ring of
Story.
Invisibility.
Yeah. I only use the Ring of Sustenance when I need to. Because you can turn these things on and off.
I only have 2 rings.
Damn.
Technically, I have 3, but I only use the Ring of Sustenance when I have to use the Ring of Sustenance. Otherwise, I use the Invisibility and the Spell Turning Ring.
So much shit you have.
Legit, bro. Like, holy fucking shit.
No.
As an artificer, are you expecting anything else?
I was reading that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm wrong. I have 3 rings.
What, you found the Slaver's Ring?
No, I have a +5 ring of protection.
You gotta choose which ones you have active.
Obviously, the ring of protection and the ring of invisibility.
Yep.
Okay.
Technically speaking, since this one and the Ring of Invisibility are activated at will.
I was looking for one specific thing, and I found it, and I have to make a roll now.
Oh, is he also affected by spell turning?
Just wow.
Yeah, and
Like
So-
fucking Wii Tennis.
so as the spell of mass hold person resonates out of Krachenos' hand, and it starts to take hold of each of you. Dave, your ring recognizes that you're being targeted from this, and it attempts to relay the spell back. However, Krachenos' overwhelming magical knowledge moved past the ring. It affected you still, but you do see the spell ricochet off of your ring right back at him, and he notices this coming. And against his own DC, one moment, please. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a pass.
Ah!
Wait. Yes, it is, unfortunately.
Alrighty, that's okay. Did he beat my SR?
Naturally, yes.
Alright.
I'm assuming his SR is higher than 25 then, right?
Yes. I still have to figure out what Opal's doing now. The thing is, she can't cast a spell at him.
Yeah, give it a
got-
turn.
You got friends underneath the whole person. Can't you do something about that?
That's your job.
I could try and dispel it using greater dispel magic.
Use it on the Delicite Shard. Can you just spell magic on a Delicite Shard?
Not raw magic like a Delicite Shard.
Damn. I was hoping that would just turn off the shield.
Highest caster level DC 11 plus the spellcaster's. That's a rough DC.
Plus the caster's level.
11 plus the caster's level. That is a rough DC.
Ugh.
Opal, no matter what happens, we all love you.
She missed it by 3.
Ah.
Hey, are
Do you
currently
dodge?
any of us immune to compulsion and/or mind-affecting effects?
Or no.
Up to level 16.
No.
No, she missed it by 6. DC was a 36 and she rolled a 30.
Not to level 16, I'm not.
The fuck is this? Get out of here. Alright, well, there goes that. So everybody right now, according to Mass Hold Person, is paralyzed, and you are frozen in place. You could you are aware and can breathe normally, but cannot take any actions, even talk. Each round you can do another saving throw. It is a full round action that does not provoke attack of opportunity. And those of you who have wings cannot flap your wings and you fall.
I like to think that William is still standing up. He just can't move.
Yeah, William's just
Basically.
standing there. Morgan's got a hand on his shoulder.
William's trying so hard to flip off Cratch Nose.
All right, so as everybody, all of your bodies begin to freeze up, and Opal sees the spell on its way. She like tries to jump out in front of William and dispel it, but it still hits her, and then goes throughout the rest of the party. But like I said, the paralysis still hits you guys, and each of you are now stuck in place while Krachinos is maintaining this spell.
Oh, fuck. Hope we'll do something.
Opal,
Is old person a concentration? No, it's not. It's not.
No, it is not. So, Krachinos will put his hand down after casting this, and as Opal gathers herself again and stands in front of everybody. She like clutches her. She like does her best to look intimidating. Clutches her staff and like points it at Krachinos.
No, the small bean.
Like you guys can see that she's like visibly shaking. And Krachinos goes, "You were probably one of the most disappointing members of this group, Opal. I have had so much hope for you when you were in the cathedral."
Hey, that's sexist. I can't say it, but I'm thinking it.
Let me think. I wasn't ready for this dialogue. That's for damn sure.
Gotta love the rolls, Josh.
Oh yeah, the roles are really great. it's definitely interesting, especially on a story standpoint, because now we have the Bean versus the Magic Man.
Oh, not the small bean.
She's like shaking and holding her staff in front of Krachinos, she's going to try and speak to him more and say, "I didn't trust Hino at first either, Krachinos. Okay, but I don't know what your history is with her, with being her being on the plane when she was younger. I don't know if you were expecting that when she got back. But maybe if you just spent a little time with her like we did, you would understand her morals. She's not after what you think she is."
Can we make those will saves?
I'm sick of hearing this, Opal. He's gonna open up his palm again. Everybody can make will saves again.
Oh, that's worse.
As Opal is gonna hold her action again.
Dave, do something.
Is this one a spell with the evil descriptor,
No, it's the.
or is this just
For
for
the
the
whole
map
person.
This is us trying to not be
This
paralyzed.
is against the whole person. Ooh, Matt,
Yeah.
you were close.
I was close.
You were close.
I got a 22, man.
Or no, that's Morgan. Sorry. I just saw
Right.
William, and I'm like, wait.
I did
You
fucking
saw
horrible.
Will.
Yeah. Yeah, Morgan was close, unfortunately.
Hey
I'm
Josh,
18.
Yeah.
I actually need a DM ruling on this.
Okay.
So, you know that lavender and green ellipsoid that I keep floating around?
Lavender and
I haven't
green
completely
ellipsoid.
consumed the entire thing yet.
Whoops.
Oh, you guys see if you can eat the spell.
Yeah.
Uh,
I have one. This is why I need a DM ruling on it. I am at 49 out of 50. I do not know if it can eat. It doesn't say in its ruling, or the thing that is based off, the Rod of Absorption, does not specify but what happens if I try to use it to eat a spell that has more spell levels in it than it currently has available to consume. It doesn't say it fails, doesn't say it succeeds, doesn't say it explodes, it just says nothing.
all right. So, I actually did come up with something with this, and there were two layouts for it. You could either absorb it all the way up to 50, and then have it flat out just like break after that is done. Or if you go over it, you will suffer from an arcanic explosion from it, just because of the gem being overloaded with arcane energy.
Okay.
So you can
What were you
choose.
thinking for the what were you thinking for the damage for the explosion?
I'm not telling you.
Okay. Well,
So I
You know
will let
what?
you choose whether or not you want to let it overload, or if you want it to just flatten itself out and not use it.
I'll overload it.
You're gonna overload it. All right.
Right
Yeah,
next
I'll
to us?
choose to let it overload. I'll take the explosion damage.
All right. Well, unfortunately, it's not just you that's gonna be taking the explosion damage.
I'm aware. If I remember correctly, that's what. Seventh level.
All right. Let me just go ahead and find the spell.
Josh, Dave, I swear to God, if you kill us.
Well, he probably won't be able to kill you, Mr. Over 200 health.
What
I have
can I
almost
say?
200 health.
I only have 210.
I'm 18 points away from hitting 200.
I'm also 18 points away from hitting 200. No,
So we
thank
both
you.
have you have 181, I have 182.
I just have to check what level spell this is. 6. All right. Well, actually, no, he's not using Mythic on it. It's Opal. Yeah, no, Kratos is smart enough to say, yeah, I'm not using a Mythic on this. It's Opal. I can just gone. Easy. But not recognizing the stone on your head as his outstretched palm turns into a pointed finger, and you see a ray of red and black shoot out from his finger and it goes straight towards Opal. Opal is going to attempt to dispel it. And I already know it's DC to beat. Nope, 3 on the die. All right, so Dave, you are going to be absorbing this, correct?
Yep.
Alrighty, so
this one is I was actually looking at this for the mass hold person, not this, but
I think
you
he just
wanna
tried to
use it for
figure
this,
that's
it's fine.
Opal, so let's.
Let's protect the bean for now, Dave.
We're gonna protect the bean.
if you want to make me a Knowledge Arcana check, which I'm 100% sure you're going to pass real fast. Yeah, 38. Just from him going from an open palm to seeing the beam of red and black charging at the tip of his finger, you know that this is a disintegrate beam.
oh yeah, no, fuck that.
Save the bean.
That's going bye.
All right. So,
No.
as the beam of light shoots out of his finger, like Frieza style, the beam goes straight towards Opal, and then it curves right next to Elysia's head as it strikes the stone next to it, and it absorbs its energy. And then a bright light as the stone then explodes in an overload of arcanic energy. And then, since it is 5 levels over,
This is gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, I knew this was going to hurt. I had no doubt in my mind this would hurt.
I have to make sure that this is correct.
Are you using the delicate shard damage?
No, I'm not using the Delicate Shard damage.
Okay.
It is technically the maximum damage of the spell.
Which spell?
Disintegrate.
Oh, of disintegrate itself.
But-
okay.
Since you're only getting hit with this 5 levels over... Nope, that's not what I meant. There you go.
Ow.
All right.
Holy fucking ouch.
So,
I'm still alive.
as the stone explodes next to you, the arcanic energy of the disintegrate spell blasts throughout the rest of you guys. And it knocks Opal right off of her feet, like face planted into the ground, as she now is left with 7 HP.
Shrapnel doesn't help either.
Hey, Josh, are they able to get in yet? Did we all take that 120, by the way?
Everybody in that area takes 120, yes.
Oh,
I mean, we're paralyzed. It's not like we can dodge it.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Alright, so, outside. Yumari and Grim manage to rip open yet another hole into the barrier. As
Got that guts.
Hino, Squish, and Meg saw me get through, but right before Al manages to get through, you guys hear a loud explosion.
With the sound of an explosion, something's going to happen, Josh.
Yes?
Roar.
I dropped my sword. It is now dancing, and I am now a dragon.
Roar.
Alright. Al manages to get through before the barrier closes much faster this time, knocking Grim and Elysia, or not Grim, Grim and Yumari back again. And then they like rush up to the barrier again and inspect it. May and Al look back to make sure that they're okay, but they can see Grim and Yumari talking with each other and they can't hear them. Oh, great. We can't communicate with the outside world either.
Yeah.
as Hino reaches down, she pulls out her one scimitar, twirls it in her hands, and says, "We don't need to communicate after we're done." Squish.
I was
Yes.
holding his scythe.
Make your grand entrance and bust down that damn door.
Oh, I wanted to
Can
do
we,
that.
can we play I Need a Hero from Shrek?
I wanted to do that with Al.
Oh, It's
If
going to
all
be
the
glorious.
good men gone and
I wish I could, but the
copyright.
lift off of DMCA is not happening yet.
so
they're
as
planning
Squish,
to lift that.
They came. I got an email the other day saying that they've managed to find a way to get around streamers playing copyrighted music to where they're not gonna get obliterated. So
nice.
thanks for solving that issue. You know, almost a year after that came into fruition, Twitch. Now, if only you can stop the hate raids. Anyway,
To the fence, that's probably a very complicated issue.
Can I add something to Squish's grand entrance?
go for it.
What's
What
that?
what do you want?
Squish, how opposed would you be to Al riding on your back?
I would not be opposed to that. Also, I'm a size larger. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, so Al, you can get big and ride
Yep.
on Squish.
Because Squish is huge right now.
Yep, make Al large. Squish breaks the door, roars,
It's
Al's
just-
yelling.
So, stomping across the bridge, like cracking the tiles cracking the wood underneath you, with Hino currently flying right next to you, and May very close behind, sprinting. You guys break through the large castle doors, just splintering the wood and metal, and then just erupting into the castle, blowing out the torches that light up the hallways. And then you see the door to the throne room before you. It's a medium-sized door and just some stone coverings of it.
Medium-sized door anymore.
As we break through the door, Squish is here.
As you
You're
break,
in an empty
as you
chamber right
break-
now. There are two doors that you have to get through. You are now in an empty chamber, unfortunately.
No, that's even better. I'm in an empty chamber and I say that out loud. Like,
Squish is
Oh.
here. Oh,
I'd like to point out,
Okay.
Al's not raging. He used the pauldrons.
yes, I know. I am scared.
I also like to
don't
think
you
that
have
like
like a ridiculously strong fly speed too, like 240 feet? If you book it, you could
yes.
actually get through
Both doors.
all the way. Yeah, you
Oh.
could get through everything right now.
Yeah.
what is it? I like to think that me, Morgan, and Alicia are all stuck in like very obvious that like we were trying to like talk or do something else positions that like it's obvious that we're just stuck.
Yeah.
We
So
just hear a faint,
bursting
"Squish is here."
bursting
I
through
will say,
the first
seeing
door.
what happened, I will make sure that I look like I am dead.
Bursting through the front door of the castle, and then seeing another door in front of you. You guys erupt through the second door, splintering the wood and causing the wall to partially collapse into the throne room itself. As Krachinos notices the sudden entrance of a giant fucking dragon being rode by a very sinister looking tiefling.
Who is just straight face at the moment.
Which is even scarier.
Our
considering
mom
who
Panic
it is.
expression.
I've come to bargain.
Dormammu have come to bargain.
Cheat has
And
wares if
you
you have
see-
coin.
And you see what looks like presumably. Well, we all got hit with that blast, so
Oh, I can
beaten,
clearly
battered,
see you're all
bruised,
injured.
and
Yeah, everybody
battered,
is
bruised.
battered and bruised and such.
heavily injured, and looks like at least 3 of us are not moving.
Oh, William froze standing up because
So
Yes.
did Alicia. Or not
So-
Alicia, Morgan.
As you guys land in front of your comrades, Hino flies up to the left side of Squish's head with Al still on Squish's back, and May runs up a little bit closer to Opal, who is like trying to pick herself up off the ground.
Oil can. Oil can.
And as
Don't forget, guys, we can also see the corpse that's beside him.
oh yeah,
So
and
we know he's done wrong.
and of course the corpse that is behind that is next to him.
Don't worry, we get the picture walking in.
And as you guys, and as Hino flies next to him, next to Squish, and you guys observe the scenery of this. Krachinos just like scowls as he looks up at Al, Squish, and Hino.
Pull up Blood Rage and Furious Guardian pages.
Well, the rest of the cavalry has arrived.
A bit late, it seems.
Are you going to follow in your comrade's same footsteps, Squish? Or are you actually the reasonable one?
Shut your mouth.
I was being reasonable, thank you very much.
Can Squish throw a spell as he says shut his mouth? Shut your mouth?
Good luck.
Okay. Chains of light, no spell resistance. Let's go.
Reflex does negate, though, unfortunately.
Reflex twice, and you have to take the worst.
I will have to be back. I have to go downstairs to switch laptop.
Lowest I rolled was a 35.
Okay, then you succeed.
I will be back.
But it was worth a shot.
Hino's going to fly down onto the ground. She's going to walk up a little bit closer and point her scimitar at him and say, Krachinos, your crimes against the city of Faris and the Nine-Tail organization will not go unanswered. You will pay with your life with the blood that you have shed. Judge, jury, and execution. Quest for power, blood, and death.
Ooh, Williams, you're no better, you fucking moron.
At least he's just sitting here thinking, can one of you guys get me up? I want to shoot him.
William is now woken up and chosen violence.
Opal is like slowly like Opal is trying to get you guys out. Everybody can go ahead and make me another will save, by the way.
Wait a minute. Wait.
What?
I'm gonna roll for Morgan.
Does that... Oh no, it doesn't work on hold person, does it?
I don't think what you're
Fuck
thinking
you,
about.
Josh!
I don't
Fuck
think
you!
it. Well, I don't think it does.
All right, Matt. Through your own sheer willpower, you managed to just break out of the hold person spell.
William's gonna first look at Opal and just look at him and be like, stay. And then, pew!
Well, it's a full round action to break out of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is
no.
a full round action.
He's gonna look at Opal and give her a wink and still look like he's frozen. And still look like he's frozen.
All right, Matt broke out, and he
By the
is
skin of my teeth.
and he is pretending to be still frozen. Opal is going to see the wink, pull out her staff, and then slam it to the ground.
Would you like me to roll for this
I already did.
as well? Okay.
Yep, I
You
already
got a
did.
35.
Again?
Yep.
Everybody heal 44.
Alright.
Where the fuck did I put my cigarettes? They're in my jacket pocket.
So, now that the whole charade is here, what is your plan? Oh, stop me, great heroes of the world. along with your demonic along with your demonic peer.
Al is going to look at Kratronos,
Jeez,
And he's
Crash,
just-
you become racist.
and he's just gonna say, "You're starting to sound real familiar there, kid."
Oh, and he's going to step aside and he's going to put his hand right as close to the Delicate Shard as he can. You could still see the arcane ribbons around his wrists. And he says, "Familiar, huh? How about this? Does this seem familiar to you, old man?" Any one of you make one step and I will level this entire castle.
Fuck.
Ooh, big words for little man.
I'm sorry. Cody.
I'm trying so hard to compose myself with that, but it's Squish that is saying that.
What's this fucking called Crashing on Tiny?
In the form of a dragon.
Josh, am I theoretically able to move faster than Krachinos is able to?
No, considering that Krachinos is preparing to destroy this crystal.
Okay, let's see. What do I-
I really wish someone was able to communicate with me at this point.
So Krachinos is going, while still holding his hand close to the crystal. You guys can see Hino is like holding herself back, like her arm is continuously twitching and trying to do something. Like she is doing her damnedest to hold herself back right now. Krachinos is going to look at everybody and say, "So, now that I finally have all of your individual attentions, here's how this is going to go. We are going to end this now. May, Al, you know where this is going. You knew where this is going eventually. Your daughter is in possession of 2 Demon Lord souls. And if you all say that, oh, she's not exactly how I picture her to be."
Josh, I'm gonna stop you right here. Sunstride, I'm on top of the stone.
Oh no! Oh no!
Eat Kratronos immediately.
It's in a blink of light, I'm on top
Can
of
you
the stone.
take-
That's all I can say.
Do
Can
you
you
take
take
willing
that?
creatures with you?
Yes.
You do realize Al's on your back, right?
Yes.
You are basically his steed at the moment.
Then Al is with me.
Okay, so Squish, let me explain to you what's going on right now. Okay, before you make this decision, I will keep that in mind.
Okay.
The stone, the Delicite Shard, is floating about a foot off the ground. It is human size, so about 6 feet tall. It is emitting a beam of light straight up the castle, which is creating the dome. Krachinos is standing right in front of it with his hand arched back, and he is ready to blow this stone.
Could you theoretically sunstride to like this point right here, and because of the size of your body, just fling Kratronos to the other side of the room?
If we were talking reality,
Spatial,
Spatial physics?
yeah,
He would technically be above them.
right.
I
But
could
the
just
thing,
land on top of Krachinos.
the problem with that is he is ready to blow this at any moment in time. Like, you can't, like, don't get me wrong, you do have draconic feats. You can do this and attempt to swallow Krachinos whole. But are you willing to risk the explosion of a Delicite Shard, leveling the castle, and potentially killing people?
I actually have a plan for that.
How do we contain the explosion?
Al's not at his biggest yet. It's a bonus action to rage. I can grab the crystal in his hand.
Yeah, Squish is willing to take that risk. He's on top of he's blinking between Krechenos with Al.
And as the blink lands, bonus action rage,
Grab the massive
grab the
stone.
crystal.
I don't even care about the crystal. I'm going for Krechenos. Like I'm putting myself between him and the crystal. Whether I can stick a wing in there or anything.
Bamf down on him, put a claw on him.
Odie wants to basically take the spell that Kratos is about to use on the crystal.
All right. So, Squish, you see Squish's body emanates a glowing light as the Sunstride vamps both him and Al directly on top of Krachenos and the Delicite Shard. As Al reaches down to pick up the Delicite Shard
At one size larger.
at full size,
It is a level 9 Delicate Shard,
it is
correct?
not a level 9.
Oh?
It's much bigger, isn't it?
No, a level 9 Delicite Shard is far bigger.
Oh.
Oh, so this is a much smaller Delicate Shard.
Yes.
Was it like level 7?
I would say 7 or 8.
Josh, would you say
Theoretically-
Al could attempt to eat the spell if one goes into it?
Eat this spell?
Al is a spell eater blood rager.
I need to look at that ruling. Hold
What?
on.
I don't think you can eat other people's spells.
It says that he consumes his own spells to heal, but he's never tried to consume another spell. I know it won't work, but Al doesn't.
Spell eater's blood empowers him to slowly
I was going to say because it's like because it is a Delicate Shard. Krachenos is currently just using it to power a spell. Couldn't you just break it and use its magical energy to cast a spell?
It is already emitting a previously casted spell. So the destruction of this will cause an explosion.
I don't know how your Delicate Shards work.
It's
We never spent that much time with them.
yeah, and that's what I really wanted to go over, which is the reason why I'm slowly getting rid of them in my world. It's a refined Delicite Shard is safe to use, unless if it is being used as a catalyst, say for the Reclamation Ritual. If something were to go to that level 9 Delicite Shard and destroy it while that ritual was going on, it would have just completely ruptured space and time, closing off the portal and completely destroying Hino's fleet. And then everything within, I would say, about a 100-mile radius.
So basically, an active shard, a shard being actively used in a ritual is a nuke.
Is basically a raw shard.
It's a nuke.
Yeah, because its magical energy is being expunged. So before Brady goes and attempts to eat the spell, I need Squish to give me a CMB roll to swallow Krachenos whole.
Okay, let me activate the buffs real quick. We got that.
Don't forget, because you are 2 size categories larger than Karachinos, you actually do also get a bonus to eating him.
Okay, I
think
don't
it's
know any of that.
+8.
Matt, what's the bonus to con from?
Oh my god!
I don't think it matters anymore, Brady.
Holy shit!
No, I still need to know for Al.
What do you want the bonus for?
The con bonus for enlarged person.
Are you
Oh,
fucking
plus
kidding
one.
me?
It's 2. I think it's just +1. Or +2?
No, enlarged person is a +2 to your con score, or +4
Yeah.
to
Squish
your
is
con
just
score.
like, fuck you, I'm eating you.
Oh my
I,
god.
I called
All
him
right,
a tiny
now we
man.
have the end of Shrek 1.
I said he was a tiny man, and I meant it.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
And all of a sudden, Smash Mouth starts playing.
Gachos got eaten by Squish.
That is something I never thought was going to happen.
Oh my god. Jacob, please, I know you're watching the stream. Go back and clip that, please. That is making the highlight
Yes.
reel.
Please, for the love of God, clip that. We need that.
That is making the end of your highlight reel. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god, Squish. I love you,
Fuck.
man.
So
Trachinos got swallowed by Squish.
as Al reaches down and picks up the Delicite shard, Squish's body fully manifests back into. He is already like going down and munching on Krachinos. I rolled a 3 on the die for a reflex to just blow the crystal. There's no way. I cannot rule that he blows the crystal after that. Just happened.
Well, this ruins. I mean, William kind of couldn't do anything in his position in the room, sadly.
I mean, it's the best outcome. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it is. Not disagree with that.
Oh, this is the best timeline.
This is the best timeline.
Well, how many times lives have we won? 2. One where you absolutely just completely destroy the demons, and the second one where Squish swallows Krachinos.
Squish
then-
just turns around, licking his lips, like, "Sorry, Hino. I know you."
William's gonna look at Opal.
So, are we like
Not
free
in character.
now?
Hold on, not in character. Always thought that man was a snack, though.
Oh, cringe.
I was just standing there holding the Delicate shard in a clenched fist.
Yeah, it is still emanating a beam of light at the moment.
How do we?
Now give me a
That
second.
should stop emitting it soon.
Now give me a second because I have to go find another page, piece of paper here.
Does he have
Bet you
to
didn't think of
shred
this
another?
outcome.
Does he have to shred another plot point?
Yeah, where Al dies.
Oh my god, that's right. Wasn't he supposed to die in this fight or something?
No.
Okay. I just know he's supposed to die.
Listen, my dad was supposed to die. That didn't happen.
We fucked that one up.
I'm not complaining with that one.
Pretty sure my parents were supposed to die too. Well,
Josh
my
can't fuck up
adoptive
our
parents.
Josh can't fuck up our daddy and mommy issues anymore. He already did.
Fuck is this paper?
Damn it! I drank all my soda.
Oh,
Oh, well.
this is dire situation here, folks. Let this be a lesson to all the dungeon masters out there. This is a very prime example of your players absolutely fucking your entire story
Uh,
We're very good at what we
But-
do best.
in a good way.
especially Cody.
In a good way. I am
Choose-
not upset about this in the slightest. This is going to make a really, really good chapter of the story one day.
Choose which one shall live. Both.
How
What?
about no?
Oh.
One of them will die. The other you will choose to live. Choose now.
Just no.
Choose who dies. You.
Ew.
You.
You.
First, I'm like,
Okay,
I was
I
like
think
so
I
ready to do
passed
something. The Crusher's like, I have a dead man's trigger, and I'm like, well, fuck, I can't do anything about that. This isn't my department.
And then squishing out.
I always knew those two would make a great combo. Good god.
Oh my god. This is almost like the multiple times I'm almost like one hit KO'd important people.
Oh my god.
So,
Squish, you
Matt,
hear
you want to know what
Squish.
Al's health is right now?
Squish, you hear a
What?
feminine voice in your
More than
head.
yours.
Squish, you hear a feminine voice in your head and say, good soup.
Wait, what?
That's a
Your
spicy
dog-
meatball.
Wait, what just happened?
Wish heard a feminine voice in his head that went, good soup.
Did Sarah and Ray just go, Crouch Your Nose was tasty?
Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it.
Yeah,
Basically, yeah.
You know what? You know
I'm
what?
waiting for the sound of tearing paper.
You know what, Cody? Since Squish won't say it, Sarah and Ray will.
That man was tasty.
I always knew he was a snack. Damn. Oh my god. You know, I knew I shouldn't have packed all of this stuff today. Chat, we're gonna take a small break.
To find his notes.
Have to find his
I
notes so he
legitimately
can
have to go
shred
find my
them
notes.
on
Don't get me banned. I can't hear you guys.
Like, I really feel bad. I'm like, I like gave the wink the hope of like, I'm here now and can help you. And then that fucking happens. I'm like, William just now feels useless.
How do you think Alicia feels? She's still stiff as a fucking board on the ground.
William's just
Morgan
gonna-
is still paralyzed with a hand on your shoulder.
I'm just gonna. I think at this point, William's just gonna like look around and be like, well, that was anticlimactic.
Right, guys.
I can only
That was
imagine
so
what
good.
Eno's thinking right now.
I think it's more. This is like the equivalent whenever Squish does something ridiculous, and we're all just like, what the fuck?
I
Something's
call
not
him a
right
tiny
with that
man and then I
cobalt.
eat him.
Yeah, that was just funny.
If Morgan could talk right now, there is something wrong with that kobold. When I first met him, he was eating hearts. Now he's eating people.
Wait, what?
Found him.
What sub-tier am I in here again?
Okay, I found my
Is there a way
notes.
to check that?
Squish will forever live in my
Oh,
heart.
Shredding paper. Shredding paper.
okay, no, I found my notes.
Oh, happy September, by the way.
Happy September. Oh, thank you. 12 months. Fuck yeah. Whole
Yeah.
year.
Woo! Rats. Am I still the leader of the hype train?
You are still the leader of the gifted subs, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that I have my notes, this is gonna be interesting. I was not expecting that. Oh fuck. I hate the dice so much sometimes.
That was supposed to be like an intense battle and everything like that. Squish just eats them.
I wasn't expecting the swallow whole. That's the thing. That's the one thing I was not anticipating right there.
You reminded him of it.
Is Crouchers technically just dead as soon as he's eaten?
No. He's not dead immediately.
No, he's
Just-
taking damage in Squish's stomach.
Yes.
Try to break out of its dragon's stomach.
I mean-
and it's not even a normal dragon. This is bestowed upon me through a son of
By a god.
the god of the sun.
Yeah.
He's done so.
But Squish, unfortunately you do have to remember that Krachenos is also a demigod.
Mm-hmm.
So-
I'm aware.
Demigod versus the god of the sun.
Well, if Squish just reverts back now, Crouchers just die, right?
No.
No, I would
No.
probably die.
Yeah, Squish
Squish
would
would
die. Alright, so yeah, Squish, you can feel Krachenos just slither down your throat, and that sounds so wrong. Oh, forget I said that.
Nope.
Nope.
Somebody clip that.
Then
Somebody clip that.
Jacob, do the thing!
suddenly, I have to figure out who I'm hitting first.
Preferably no one.
Agreed.
Okay, I need to fuck. How many attacks does this thing have? 4?
I just realized something. Morgan is a hero.
Is a hero?
Her health is at 108. Bad joke.
Oh god.
Bad joke, I know.
Okay, Squish. The lowest I rolled was a 17 versus your touch.
My touch is a 26.
Ooh, okay. So I'm hitting you twice then. Lovely. How much damage does this fucking thing do again?
Not enough.
I need my other d6s. Hold on.
Hold on, you're doing this.
Yeah,
I gotta
Cody,
roll my
how much
HP
health
for
do
a
you have?
dragon. Yeah, it's
I'm not
over
gonna
300,
one
I'm
shot
pretty
you.
sure.
I'm not gonna one shot you. That's for damn sure. Oh my god. All right then.
How much do I have to roll for dragon's health? I forget.
Is he capable of attacking while grappled?
This isn't Krachinos attacking him.
Oh.
Who's attacking? Oh, it must be a
Yeah.
magic.
Oh, it's Mama.
So 18.
Only other person I could think of.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6,
Wanted Hino in here.
8. Oh, that's a lot of ones. 221.
Added to my current health.
Okay. So keep that in mind. My hair is not cooperating with me right now.
You scared me there, Cody. I thought that was the damage that Josh rolled, and I was gonna go, ooh!
No, it's gonna be
He
much
said it
worse.
didn't one shot.
No, it's not going to one-shot. It's barely going to make a dent.
360 HP I have.
You are going to be taking... What is this? Oh, fuck. What does this ability do again? I forgot I had this on here. Shit.
What am I getting hit with?
My only assumption is that it's Onaji's bow.
Yeah, but if I wanted to Merc Squish, you would have. I guess she can't, like, just disapparate Squish because she needs to cut a Crashiness.
Oh, that's wrong damage. Okay, hold on. I forgot about
Oh.
this.
Also, I did a movement action. I have 50% concealment.
Okay, then. I mean... Nope, it doesn't matter.
Not concealment. Okay.
Nope, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And if I am getting shot with arrows, I also have deflection.
Okay, hold on. I need to pull out my electronic dice roller because I don't have enough d8s for this.
just everything Squish has for arrows.
And depending on where this is being shot from, Al's also in front of him. From the seat direction.
We'll just have to wait and see what's going on, because
Yeah.
we're just assuming at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever it is, none of us had seen it.
No.
So who knows?
Definitely. You guys have do not see this coming. So now that I have
Wanna hear something extremely ironic.
What?
Morgan can act during a surprise round.
Okay, so with everything in place, Squish, you are going to be taking 187 points of damage.
187?
187.
I'm just gonna put that there for now. Alright.
As 3 arrows are going to come from this hallway to the right.
Okay, I know I definitely won't be able to deflect the first one, but the second two, after the first one hits, I would know something's coming at me, would I be able to use deflector on them?
Because of what you're getting shot with, you cannot deflect them.
Okay.
So you get shot 3 times, taking the damage, and you guys already know who this is. And coming out of the woodworks is none other than Onaji.
Literally out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
And even after just drawing 3 arrows, after just shooting you with 3 arrows, she already has several more already knocked on the bow and pointing at she's like fluctuating between Al and Squish, but mostly paying
Also-
attention to Squish.
Squish snarls at her. Only the way a dragon can.
Very positive that woman had bonuses against you because you're a beast.
Oh, thank you for reminding me about that, Matt.
Oh fuck!
Well,
I didn't even think I was right.
No, because Onaji's a ranger.
I didn't even think I was right. Damn it!
And I forgot, one of her favorite enemies are dragons.
Ah, fuck.
bravo. It's not gonna be much
sorry,
extra
Cody.
damage.
Yeah, why are you apologizing?
Every
It
little
makes-
bit counts.
It makes for a better story. Like,
Yeah.
the more damage she does to me, the better.
Let's see.
There it is.
I love how nonchalant you are about that. I would be pissed.
No. Fuck me up, man. I just ate her son.
He's got a point there.
Squish, you're only going to be adding, it's 13, 40, 50, 60, 70. 21 points of damage.
21 points?
So,
7 plus 21, that's 208.
Yeah. 208 points of damage.
Do I want to
And,
get in Naji's face?
Yes.
Can we make saves again?
Yes.
Or is it too soon?
Oh, yes.
Yes, you guys can make saves now.
Josh, I'm gonna do something dumb.
Damn it.
You guys are still stuck. Opal is going to attempt to greater dispel. Oh,
Oh, I've got a bad idea.
oh, fuck.
Oh, actually, I was wrong. There's more HP than that because I'm also under the effects of air endurance.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? Opal's going to attempt a greater dispel again. Nat 20.
Damn.
Thank God.
Nat
Also,
20.
I don't have control over my character. I don't think any of us have control over our tokens.
I do.
I do.
I don't.
Squish
Oh, I
does.
do.
There you go.
I also
Okay.
don't have control of Val.
I'm getting there.
God, the only person missing is Fafnir, and all my characters would be here.
I know, right?
All the live ones.
God, imagine all
All the
Cody's
living ones,
characters
yeah.
are here.
All right,
Like,
so.
Grimmy
Yes.
comes out of nowhere, and so does the Thyrus, and then there's also.
All right, so.
Oh, they're dead.
As Opal now breaks the hold person spell, Onaji is gonna come out from the side, holds knock with the bow of balance knocked and drawn, and she's gonna look at Squish as he looks down and snarls at her, and she's going to say, "Please let him out."
Then will you restrain him? Will you stop his rampage? Will you stop him killing my friends?
He knows also going to walk up next to Squish. And she's going to look at Onaji and say, "Auntie, what is this all about? Last time I understand, you were trying your best to understand my people." And you can see Onaji's face like sink a little bit.
If you don't mind me saying, your son now has not only committed treasonous crimes against a kingdom of this world by attacking the members of the heroes of this world, its only saviors at this point in time, he has now committed grand treason against the entire world. His death is assured now.
I'm sure she's aware of that. But death is not the only way for justice, Alicia.
Krachinos
I
is
have him
actually.
on 3 counts of murder. By the courts of the oracles, that would be reason for death.
I didn't want any of this to happen.
Nor did we. Your son's
did we.
actions made this.
He started it. He literally started it. We weren't even going to attack him. We were trying to speak him down from whatever it was he was trying to do. And then he comes out and immediately tries to kill us all.
Al is currently incoherent, so he can't say much.
So again, Auntie, why is he doing this, and why are you helping him? You know exactly why.
Is that an admittment of guilt?
Anaji.
Onaji, yeah. Sorry, get names mixed up.
It's okay. It's okay. Onaji,
Are you admitting to his crimes as well? You can join him in my stomach if you wish.
That's
Squish.
a bold threat there, Squish.
Squish. Can we tone
Squish
down?
is pissed
Well
at this
aware.
moment. I don't care.
Morgan is going to look at Onaji. Do these actions not upset the balance of this world?
there are many things in this world that are completely off balance.
Squish is going to speak up. Fuck the balance. Right
Mhm.
now, the gods are leaving this world. The balance is what we decide. Stop fretting over old gods. Start moving forward.
This isn't anything.
Saren Ray.
This isn't anything about old gods, Squish. It is upholding
what
my
is it?
position as the divine Justine,
Placed by you from the gods. Am I right?
placed by gods
Now
that
stop.
aren't from this world.
It doesn't matter. They're gods not from this world. They do not dictate this world. Stop acting like a child.
Fuck.
Think
Shit.
for yourself, woman.
Damn.
You're
Squish is-
so wrapped up in the
Yes.
title, Anaji. It's lost all meaning.
I am trained to see both sides of the story. That is why I've visited Faris, to see if I can understand your people, Hino. It is not the people of Faris that I am against. And I understand that you had to do everything in your power to come home. And by the stories that you told me of your world, Hino, I unfortunately cannot blame you. But at the same time, with everything going around, when the world finds out that we let a single person with 2 Demon Lord souls roam the plane, it will be chaos.
Who says they need to find out?
They already know.
All right, fair enough then.
Then, again,
Hino,
I ask you, why you act like a child?
Hino.
Who cares what other people think?
Onaji at this point is completely ignoring Swish. And she's just addressing Hino. Hino, you have to face divine judgment. The souls within you must go.
That's actually something we agree upon.
At this point, Krachinos is going to appear next to Onaji.
You can just teleport out of the stomach? That's cheating.
Ugh. Thank you for ruining my perfectly good robes.
You were about to
Threaten
blow
my
yourself-
friends again, and I will continue to ruin them.
You were about to blow yourself the fuck up.
Yeah, you were kind of gonna level this place with your mother. And us.
And as for you, young man, I believe we had an agreement. Yeah, well, the agreement completely went out the window when they decided to be hostile.
Hostile?
My hold person,
just talking to
my
you.
mass hold person spell was to simply restrain you. I meant no ill intent towards it.
You could have fooled us.
I'm
Right?
sorry.
Hey.
Someone please bring up the fact that he murdered a person right in front of all of you, please.
Yeah, there's also
That
the dead
too.
goblin.
Oh, and your
sorry.
your ill intent wasn't towards Guton. Is that it?
I was just curious if he had him. I was just kind of curious where he was.
And if I'm remembering correctly, none of us acted hostilely towards you.
We only wanted to just talk you off your maddening throne.
Opal was acting defensively.
Opal never even threw a spell. She tried to spell the whole person.
I tried to
No,
throw
she
it
was-
back at. I tried to throw it back at him in defense.
I think the ring kind of like auto does that. It's not your fault. We forgot about the ring. He didn't know about the ring. Kind of everyone's fault about the ring. Regardless, back to the topic at hand. So the demon souls live inside Hino. And yes, it's an issue that they may live inside Hino. But from what we've seen, Hino is able to control them. And she holds no ill intent towards this plane or its people. So would that not mean Hino being in control? Thereby, it is of no issue to be judged. The abyss will fall. The demon lords are dealt with. No, we never specified that the demon lords had to be all sent into the abyss. We just wanted them to be dealt with. We just wanted to save our plane. That is all, and we have. Well, almost. We still have a couple to deal with. but-
Hino's going to take a couple steps forward and say, and look at Krachinos and say, and if you actually were to communicate with my kingdom and my people, you would know, Krachinos, that I have a plan.
Josh. Al did choose Hino as his chosen ally to guard,
Okay.
so he moves along with her.
Well, that's cool.
You would know, Krachinos, that I have a plan. Okay? She's going to turn around to May and say, "Yes, I know. My soul must die. I have no choice. I am going to die eventually." And she's going to spin back around to face Krachinos again and say, "Yes, I will and do plan on taking responsibility for that. I am not ready to leave Avalon yet. There are still so many things on this plane that I want to see, and so many things that I still want to do. I have been gone for almost a century, Krachinos. I've already missed too much. And if you are going to rip me away from my family again, I'm going to have no other choice but to rip you from yours."
Al is still holding the delicate shard, by the way.
I feel the room has cooled a bit. Squish is actually going to drop Dragon Form.
just a humongous Alrath still. What is the need of all this bloodshed and this bickering? Are we not all on the same team? We want what's best for Avalon. And though we may not think, we all think we're so self-damn righteous in our own past that no one can see that the people outside these damned walls are hurting. You're so wrapped up in your own fucking crusade, Krachanos, that you can't see that Avalon is hurting inch by your actions. And maybe it will be worse, and maybe be better. But in the here and now, your actions have done nothing but to help our enemy.
He has a point. Every second that we have spent here is a second we could have been in the Underdark, fighting off Orcus and Kaizel and any other demon lords that might be residing down in there. Last time I heard, Ishtala went straight down to Aenor, and that's where we think Orcus is.
Your arrogance and your hubris have blinded you to what really matters. The people. Not just us who sit upon the top of the thrones and who are strong, but the people who are at the base of this mountain that we call Avalon. You've forgotten them.
Last time I checked, there's about 132 days to clear up all of the threats to Avalon before this world explodes.
Correct.
we could
Nurse, when
either
was the
sit
last time
around
you walked
bickering.
among the common folk?
He's just going to stand there silently. Are you all done?
I mean, we could probably keep going, but we know you're not going to listen because you're an arrogant prick.
Oh, I'm just waiting for an answer to my question.
No, William, you are correct. I'm not going to listen anymore. And he's going to hold out his hand again, and he's going to cast yet another spell.
What's he casting?
As to what?
Mythic Mass Hold Person.
Not again! I don't think any of us can break this, can we?
The only people who have a chance of saving against this is Al, May, and Hino.
Yeah.
I have to look at something real quick.
Because if it is a mythic spell up against non-mythic characters. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Yeah, I'm only. The thing is, I have nothing that makes me like not forced to stand still. All my stuff is basically mean you can't move me. So I'm.
The only thing I have is the Ring of Spell turning.
oh,
Oh yeah, you need to deal with that again.
Hey, I'm here.
The ring of spell turning. Fuck.
I'm
I'm
showing.
here. I could have rolled my own will.
None of us can make it.
Yeah. I need to roll a will, don't I?
The highest I can get is a 37, which is not gonna make it.
Josh, you said Al could possibly make this?
Yeah. Yes, Al could possibly make this.
That's a fucking stretch, sir.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
good.
It's a
I love your
1
attempt.
and a 5,
Do you know what
chat.
Al's will save is right now,
A
Josh?
1 and a 5.
Oh, that's right.
May and Hino both fail.
The
Yeah.
highest Al could have gotten was a 32.
So, the mass.
Since I see him casting this, can I attempt to counterspell?
Unfortunately, not Dave. I'm sorry.
Josh is muted.
Oh, he's.
Oh.
Unfortunately, not Dave. I'm sorry. Again,
Okay.
it's a mythic spell versus non-mythic characters.
That's fair.
So, as everybody is now frozen once again, all they can do is watch on as he looks over at his mother and goes, "Just get it over with already. I'm sick of waiting." And you can see the pain in Nonashi's face as she walks behind Krachinos and lines herself up directly with Hino. She unknocks the arrows that she has and puts them back in her quiver. She raises the bow up again, closes her eyes, and she begins chanting. I actually don't have the chant, but it goes along the lines of something like, by the order and decree of the divine Justine, I judge thee for your actions against the plane amongst you walk. You then begin to see her bow slowly begin to change into different colors and stuff. You see each of the 4 gems in the bow slowly begin to light up and react. As the bow changes from its usual like wooden color, and it immediately begins to crackle as black lightning slowly creeps up the bow, and it changes it into a much longer longbow, and at the handle bolsters spikes at the end of it, as a dark arrow then manifests into her hand. And then she looks up, she opens her eyes again, and she says, "Divine judgment calls. May the gods see thy punishment." She lets the arrow fly. But just as she let goes of the bow, you hear the sound of glass shatter once again. And Al dives.
Al doesn't even have to move. All he has to do is reach his hand out in front of her.
It's more dramatic.
I know.
And Al dives in front of the arrow as it strikes him in the stomach. A flash of lightning, a flash of black lightning ruptures throughout the room as Onaji's face immediately drops into just pure shock.
Oh, can I say it? Can I say it?
Oh God.
Please, please.
And then Al collapses into the railing over here, slamming his back against the pillar as it collapses into the wall. Everybody can go ahead and make another will save. He's not dead yet. Relax.
I'm not dead yet.
Any of us are actually going to make this.
Moments. Oh, nice.
Good hope we'll make it.
No.
Mesami did. Or Hino did.
As the pillar falls, you guys suddenly hear this a feminine voice from behind you shout, "Mythic dispel, chain, teleport."
So that's either... Oh no. That can only be one caster at this point. I don't think Grim's mythic.
I think, well, Grim is whatever Josh wants Grim to be, but this was definitely...
This was
Most
definitely
likely.
Yumari's voice.
Yeah.
The mythic dispel washes over you, and all of your bodies suddenly release. Chained, a teleport spell. As she steps in front of Hino, as she also brings out her grimoire, and arcane ribbons appear around her wrists. Grim's gonna fly up to everybody with Noctis, Vitalis, and Nautsu behind you guys. So with Onaji's face in pure shock as she missed the very first shot in 300 years. Krachinos grits his teeth, turns around, and then casts a teleport spell towards Onaji. With Grim snapping her fingers and saying, "Negate." The spell completely ruptures and negates itself. As Krachinos steps in front of his mom, now staring Yumari down in the face, as Hino and May rush to Al's side, who is now shrunken back down with a judgment arrow in his stomach.
I just want to start menacingly walking towards Krachinos. Not like you know your mother's pissed off walk, and you're just scared of it.
Morgan's taking off a sandal and smacking it on her hand.
Oh my god.
Squish is licking his lips.
I mean, I kind of want to like go up towards Squish at least, like meet Squish in the middle of the room.
Same with Morgan.
Since I do have mobility back again from being not paralyzed.
All right, so you guys can get closer, but you're gonna be stopped as Yumari holds out her hand.
Yeah, Squish doesn't move any closer.
I don't need to get any closer. They're both within range.
She's telling you to stop. She's telling you don't shoot.
I just like think William's just a little bit above, like he's ready. His knuckles are like being cracked, and he's just cracking every bone he can.
So, May and Hino rush over to Al's body. You know, Hino manages to get him over on his side, and May rushes up behind him and just like skids on her knees, like kneeling down at her husband. She's like begging Hino, "Is there anything you can do? Can you stop this?" And Hino's just looking down in sorrow at her father. And Al, in Hino's eyes, you know that there's nothing that she can do about this.
Don't cry, little one.
Al's just gonna reach up and put a hand on each one of their cheeks, pull them into a hug, and just keep them there.
May is breaking down at this point. She's just hugging you as hard as she can. Just continuously like sobbing and saying, "Please don't leave me."
We knew it was gonna happen. We knew I would die before both of you.
It doesn't have to be like this. Hino's going to put her head in your shoulder and she's going to whisper to you, "I'm sorry, Dad."
He's just gonna pat her head.
And as the family embraces themselves, Al's body slowly begins to fade to dust. From the bottom of his feet all the way up to his head.
Can I say it now?
Now you can say it.
Al's going to look at Onaji dead in the face. I've made peace with my decisions. Have you?
Oh, those are some fun fucking words.
You Spider-Man, my boy.
And then his
He
body
doesn't give it an X. He's
and then
just
his
gone.
body fades. This is what happens when people are killed from divine judgment. This is the bow of balance's power. Natsu is going to walk up to May and like hesitantly like put her hand on her shoulder. As she's just like there holding herself up by her hands, you can see the tears are flowing from her eyes. As now you guys feel you guys are definitely right now feeling Hino's demonic presence, and it is pouring out of her now.
Should make peace with your gods. You're going to see them soon. This is directed at Onaji.
May is gonna reach over and grab Hino's kimono. She's gonna pull herself up. And she's going to stand up and say, "Wanderers?"
Yes.
I just look over.
If you don't mind. You're gonna see her blades retract from her wrists. This bitch is mine.
Morgan just has an evil smile on her face. She knows what it's like to seek vengeance.
Where did that delicate shard end up, by the way?
It was in Al's hand.
That is now lying right over there.
Alright, good. Far away from Crotchnos.
Squish is going to put his hands on the back of his head, just kind of casually walk away.
William's just gonna stand there, arms folded.
Morgan standing next to William. And she puts her sandal back on.
Hino is going to start walking towards Onaji and Krachinos with Hino now in full demon form.
You know, Crotchnos, earlier you asked me if I trust Hino as a person, and I said no. But you know, I do trust Hino at one thing, and that's in a battle.
Oh wait, just wait until this happens. May's gonna walk up with Hino and Naotsu. Blades drawn. Hino with her scimitar out, and Naotsu with knives in her hands. May's gonna look at Hino, or May is going to look at Onaji and say, "If you thought you saw my wrath when the black roses took Hino, you're gonna feel the full frontal force of that." Krachinos is going to raise his hand at the three women and say, "Yeah, as if."
Oh, buddy.
Yumari
Can I
is going to teleport in front of Krachinos and say, grab him by the scuff of his collar and say, "Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Interplanetary teleport."
Oh,
What?
And then you're going to see Krachinos, like, his eyes go wide and say, "What?" She's going to snap her fingers and then both of them disappear.
Alright, now William's confused.
I'm sorry, but Yamari is 5 levels higher than Krachinos.
Holy fuck.
Actually,
And mythic.
Yumari and Krachinos are equal strength.
Oh?
Just Yumari has a better grasp on her power.
I'll walk up behind William as this is happening, tap him on the shoulder.
Yo.
Interplanetary teleport. They're on
Yeah.
a different. They're on a different planet in the solar system currently. Probably the moon.
Is
Or
the
maybe
moon
one
technically
several-
a planet?
Yes, actually, it is.
Alright, fair enough.
It counts for interplanetary teleport.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah.
Either way, Krachinos is going to have a lot of fun not being able to breathe.
You guys suddenly see another flash of blue light break next to Hino's head, and she only barely flinches at it.
Oh, I just realized that was a suicide mission.
You
That's
guys
Matt.
you guys are
That's
going to
Matt
hear
realizing that.
you guys are going to hear in your heads. This is Hino speaking to you. Wanderers, if you can, return to Faris and tell them to initiate Operation Rising Phoenix.
Operation Rising Phoenix.
Morgan's just
Morgan?
going to look
I
at her.
will remember
Yes, my
that.
lady.
Squish, before we do that, come over here with me, please.
Yeah, can we get the Delicate shard?
Actually, Grim is
I
gonna
mean-
make her way over there and snap her
We've
fingers.
got
And
3 different teleporters here.
Grim-
4
I'm going to
including
look
Grim.
around it, and I'm going to pick it up and say, Dimension door somewhere around Abaddon. Or gate, whichever one you please.
ah, shit.
The plane is gone. We
You know what?
failed!
That works.
Wait,
Grim,
what happened? I wasn't looking.
I
What?
accidentally deleted the map.
He deleted the map.
I meant to delete the Delicate chart because Grim is going to just completely nullify it
Yep, that works too.
because Grim.
Oh, I was just going to send it out somewhere into space.
Oh,
But
no.
yeah, that works too.
Oh,
Morgan's going to put a hand on William's shoulder and bamf to Faris.
Rising Phoenix it is.
You 3 have this here, correct?
Morgan is searching for Medell to tell her this.
We'll take care of her.
Very well.
Oh, everybody grab hold. I can take us immediately to Faris.
Well, Morgan, William,
Morgan and
apparently
William are already there.
Yeah, well, that's the rest of you.
Yeah. Before the final teleport, I just look at Onaji again and say, I hope you've made peace with your gods, because you're going to see them soon. And then we teleport away.
You're not supposed to be. You're dead.
Morgan immediately went toward Medell.
It just so happens to be exactly here.
Can I come in the
We
throne room, Josh?
arrive. We arrive in Faris. And Squish is just bawling. Straight up crying.
William looks like Rono Azoa at like every integral emotional part in the story of One Piece.
Just crossed arms.
Stoic,
stone face.
like you know, like inside there's some deep torment, but like he's not showing it.
Morgan is showing an evil smile. Pretty much like Shinra
Oh, God.
from Fire Force.
Jeez, okay.
It's a nervous smile, all right.
Oh,
Such
hers isn't nervous.
Oh, I know.
pointless death.
So much wasted
I'm
time.
just... I also have just my arms crossed. Like, didn't even get to
Soon.
shoot anyone.
As soon as Morgan sees Medell, just immediately goes up to her. Operation Rising Phoenix begins.
She's gonna look at you for a little bit and just like slowly nod her head. Understood.
Is-
These are direct.
you-
These are direct orders from Her Majesty.
They are.
Very well then.
Were we ever able to resurrect Eve, or is she gone?
Unfortunately, Eve is gone.
So much pointless death.
Unfortunately,
of
so
one.
is Gutan as well.
Oh. So much
And Medell
Well,
also is
Medell we're
Mar-
talking
Yamari.
to.
Yamari.
I know we're talking to Medell. I was going to say, Medell, Mari is also gone.
No, we thought you were about to say you were switching names. William just goes, so much pointless death, all for one man's crusade against people he just could not understand.
Not gonna lie.
I just didn't think Yumari would actually go through with that.
Not gonna lie. Thinking back on it, if you guys had used the clone spell to make a clone of Umari and send the clone on a suicide mission to interplanetary teleport Kratronos months ago, all this could have been avoided.
Yes, but months ago, Krachinos was not the enemy. He was just a coward. He was just a coward, too afraid to make a move because he knew people did not appreciate his actions.
Let's face it, as much as we wanted to save him, he was always going to be an issue.
Well,
Such was his nature.
well. Luckily for you all, you won't have to worry about that now. Eve is going to be rather pissed that Gutan is gone.
They'll see each other in the next world, for however long it lasts.
However, Operation Rising Phoenix is in place. As sanctioned by Hino, I must follow suit.
No, before you go, what is Rising Phoenix?
William, have you ever heard the legend of the Phoenix?
Mm-hmm. A legendary bird that once died, it's reborn.
From its ashes, yes.
I think you just answered your own question.
Listen, in my defense, people can give fancy names to things and it does not entirely do what we're thinking. So I ask again, Medell, what is the purpose of Rising Phoenix?
Operation Rising Phoenix is a failsafe. Its general overview is that the Nine have become far too unstable to continue functioning. Once the protocol is initiated, each member of the Nine is assigned a task. And we must follow suit in those tasks without question.
And yours?
Unfortunately, we are not allowed to disclose each of our tasks.
I assumed as much. But
Just
I
know,
do believe I win it was not resurrecting everybody, Morgan.
Out of curiosity, do me and Morgan have tasks to do with this?
no.
Okay.
You and Miss Morgan are not on the official board of the Nine. You were not assigned a number, per se. Basically, you were in charge of a floor of the organization. Only those who are in charge of a floor are assigned a task.
Well then, Medell, we'll leave you to what you need to do. We have other things to deal with because this world is still burning.
I understand.
Come now. We have the Underdark to save.
Just keep in mind, this is not going to be the last time you hear from the Nine.
Oh, I would not think that would be the case in any second, Medell.
Morgan's just gonna
Considering
hold
that-
up the 9 tile.
Considering that
read this?
Considering that the White Lotus is probably going to go into an extended hibernation, and the Kingdom of Algaroth is going to fall because its leadership has betrayed the world, I hope that that this isn't the last time, because this world is going to need leaders, and God help it if it is us.
The world is shifting in unknown directions.
All we can do is move with the water.
There will be a time where we are going to have to reconstruct everything. But first,
We have a war to win.
you have a war to finish.
We have a war to finish. They have their tasks to do. We're injured. Let's take our rest. And then hit the Underdark hard tomorrow.
Agreed.
We need all the strength we can get, especially if Orcus is actually down there.
Well, William's gonna make a quick call, see if he can get hold of Ishtala.
You read my mind, Matt.
You receive no answer.
That's concerning.
Just met once again with constant SOS signals and other people calling for help.
Can I just use the Jomini phone and try and direct message her?
Oh yeah, we'll use our Jomini phone.
Just gonna IM Ishtala.
Hey bitch, how you doing?
So Jomini like closes his eyes and he starts attempting to message Ishtala. Words. And you see his eyes like shoot open and his face drain of color.
She's gone, isn't she?
We have to get to the Underdark. Now.
Oh, gather around the wizard, everybody. It's
Yeah.
not done yet. Adele will be in touch, and I know you will be too.
She's gonna give you guys a polite bow.
Avinan's
Morgan's
in.
going to give her a polite bow.
And
Until we
then
meet again.
the seven of you disappear.
Before
know
we
we're
disappear, much of us are still injured, correct?
Yes.
I will
I
slip Papa heal.
I was going to assist in that actually as well. I'd pull out a scroll and what is the maximum?
Everybody
Oh,
heal
yeah,
150
heal.
points.
Mass heal. Everyone heals.
150 points.
Only one of you need to pop that, all right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have mass.
Yeah, just use
Yeah,
the scroll, because
I
that will
have-
get everyone.
Mass heal. Everyone heals to 190.
Yeah, that will do.
Yeah.
That
math
puts
is a
me
higher level spell.
significantly above max.
It's 150 maximum.
This here, the maximum number of hit points restored to each creature is 250 for mass heal, at least.
I don't
Normal heal is
believe that.
150. Yeah, it's right there. Heal mass. I'm looking at it right now. 9th level spell. I'm using a scroll.
Oh yeah, mass heal. All right, 250. You're right. I'm wrong.
That's more than all of her hit points.
Ah, what the fuck, KP?
What did KP do?
Was KP just doing 150?
Yeah, individually. What the fuck?
Probably because this is a 9th level spell and it's really costly.
She had access to 9th level spells. What the fuck? Whatever. So as you guys,
Money was basically no object to the 9.
as you guys bamf out of Faris, Medell reaches into her pouch and pulls out a crystal and spins it a little bit, and a portal opens up next to her. And she's going to look inside this portal and say, Tarzer, you might want to leave the kids in there. We have work to do. And then Tarzer will walk out and say, I'm assuming that Her Majesty has initiated the protocol. Unfortunately, yes. You're without your assistant for a while. Very well. So,
First time we've seen Tarzer?
no, you guys seen
No.
Tarzer before.
Okay, I can't remember these things.
So, you guys will poof into the Underdark.
Directly to Aenor.
directly to Aenor. And that is where we are going to leave tonight's session.
Oh my, what a session that was.
So, this was actually a lot more progress than I wanted to get done today.
Is it because we ate Krachinos?
Well, partially,
Partially, he says.
partially, but yeah, this was actually a lot more progress than I was expecting. So, if you guys can, next Thursday, I am off all day.
I am not.
I am not.
What time can you guys be on?
6:30. Same usual time. I can't be on much earlier, but you can start
Hey.
without me.
I get out at 3:30.
I get out at 2:30. I don't go home till about 3 though.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean I'm done at 5:30, but I have to drive the hour home.
I feel that. We could end Avalon next week,
Mm-hmm.
but if we do end Avalon next week, it is going to be a very long session. I'm talking at minimum 4.5 to 5 hours.
That ain't nothing. I
So,
remember pulling that 3 times weekly at the college.
yeah. So, if you guys are up
Didn't
for
we also
that,
do that in the first campaign?
Yeah.
if you guys are up for that, Avalon story, the return to Avalon will conclude next week. And it has to be next week because I am moving the next day.
Oh,
right.
shit.
All right, kids, buckle up. We're in for a damn ride.
Yeah. Yep, buckle the fuck up. We're in for a ride.
So, chat, thanks for hanging out and experiencing these final chapters of the Return to Avalon. Tune in next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, for the final chapter. And for the conclusion of the second campaign. I'll see you guys then.
I like to point out, if William got his hands on Krachinos, he would have like this